Hi everyone, welcome back. If you work in immigration law or advise foreign nationals, today's video is essential viewing. I'm breaking down the biggest policy changes from USCIS and DHS that took effect in December 2025. Let's get started. Starting in early December 2025, USCIS updated its policy manual to strengthen the way it screens and vets foreign nationals who apply for authorization to work in the United States. As part of this change, USCIS reduced the maximum validity period for certain employment authorization documents, in some cases cutting it from 5 years down to just 18 months. The goal behind this update is to require more frequent vetting and background checks so the agency can better detect fraud and address national security concerns. As a result, employers and immigration professionals should be prepared for shorter work permit durations, an increase in renewal filings, and closer scrutiny of employment eligibility overall. Another major shift took place in mid-December 2025, when the Family Reunification Parole programs were officially terminated. These programs had allowed certain family members from countries such as Colombia, Cuba, Ecuador, El Salvador, Guatemala, Haiti, and Honduras to enter the United States temporarily while they waited for their immigrant visas to become available. According to DHS, the broader humanitarian parole programs are being ended because they were being misused and were bypassing standard vetting procedures. Moving forward, parole will once again be granted only on a strict case-by-case basis. For individuals already in the U.S. under this program, parole generally remains valid until January 14, 2026, but it will end on that date unless they have a pending Form I-485 or receive an individual case-by-case determination. Overall, this change affects hundreds of thousands of families and represents one of the most significant rollbacks of parole policy in recent years. USCIS also updated its guidance on how and when biometrics are collected from detained individuals who have pending benefit applications. Under the new policy, USCIS clarified that biometrics generally will not be collected from detained non-citizens unless they are in removal proceedings and have a pending request for a USCIS benefit. Older instructions that suggested coordination between USCIS and ICE for biometric collection have been removed. However, it's important to note that applicants who fail to attend scheduled biometric appointments can still have their cases denied for abandonment, so attendance remains critical. Overall, this change affects many detained non-citizens and underscores the continued importance of complying with biometric requirements. One of the most significant humanitarian policy updates in December 2025 was DHS's decision to terminate temporary protected status, or TPS, for Ethiopia. Under this change, TPS for Ethiopian nationals will officially end on February 13, 2026, meaning that individuals who have been living in the United States under this protection will no longer maintain TPS after that date unless they qualify for another immigration status. To help with the transition, DHS has automatically extended certain employment authorization documents so that work authorization remains valid up until the TPS termination date. As a result, if you represent Ethiopian TPS holders, it's important to begin advising clients now on alternative options, such as adjustment of status, asylum, or family-based immigration pathways. In summary, December 2025 brought several major changes to U.S. immigration policy, including tighter vetting and shorter work permit validity for many foreign workers, the termination of the Family Reunification Parole programs with parole now granted only on a case-by-case basis, updated biometrics rules for detained applicants, and the upcoming end of TPS for Ethiopia in early 2026. If you'd like a deeper dive into any of these updates, feel free to drop a comment below and I can create follow-up videos. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more immigration updates that matter to your practice. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.